Namaste. Abraham Lincoln quotes that nearly all men can stand adversity. However, if you want to test a man's character, then give him power. Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts you absolutely. This power is signified by Mars, and Rahu, when comes in contact with Mars, then there is a high possibility that you will use this power for wrong purpose. On 26th June, Mars is coming in contact with Rahu. It is like a Mangal Grahan, because whenever moon comes under the shadow of Rahu and Ketu, there is Chandra Grahan. Whenever sun comes under the shadow of Rahu and Ketu, it is Surya Grahan. Recently, just a month ago, we had a Shukra Grahan because Venus was caught in Rahu and Ketu. And now, from 26th August, Mars will come in contact with Rahu. Mars, in a way, will be shadowed by Rahu. Mars will be under the shadow of Rahu. It is like a Mangal Grahan. So, for this coming 45 days, starting from 26th June to 10th of August, you all have to be careful. Be very careful before you execute your power. When Mars comes in contact with Rahu, there is going to be a lot of drama, lot of action in and around you. It is also highly accidental prone. In this podcast, I have shared certain insights for all the 12 zodiac signs, along with certain remedies that you can do so that you can easily overcome this 45 days of Mars-Rahu conjunction. So let's begin. Mars is energy, Rahu is desire. When you become desirous, when your desire is intense, you lose your awareness. Then this desire drives you crazy and you misuse your energy. In the state of unawareness, you commit many mistakes, serious mistakes that lead you to many miseries and sufferings. On 26th June, Mars will enter the sign of Aries, and in Aries dwells Rahu. And so Mars, the very source of energy, will be caught in the trap of Rahu. And from here will begin the 45 days of action-packed drama, in which many unholy, unexpected events will happen all around the world as well as in your life as well. Accidents, volcanoes, violent protests, and civil wars may break out across many countries. The stock market will remain volatile. Be aware of your love relationships, as that may also be impacted by this transit of Mars in the Aries sign. If you want to burn your hands, only then indulge in gambling and taking risks during this period. Else, just keep quiet and wait till Mars moves out of Aries. I will now quickly share certain precautionary measures for all 12 zodiac signs. The most badly affected signs are Aries and Scorpio, since both are ruled by Mars. Men and women born with moon in Aries or moon in Scorpio sign will face certain mental worries or mental sufferings during this 45 days period. Avoid fights and avoid arguments. If you are born in Aries or Scorpio ascendant, then be aware of your health conditions and drive safely, as this is an accidental prone period. During this period, you may face certain opposition at your workplace, or you may encounter a minor accident or some tragedy in your life. So be aware, and the remedy is to light 5 small earthen lamps using mustard oil in the south direction of your house. Do this every evening till 10th August without fail. Taurus and Libra sign men and women will face issues in marriage. You will have more fights and more arguments with your marriage partner. Some of you may face certain financial issues during this period. Take good care of your teeth, else you may suffer because of severe tooth pain. Libra men and women will face issues with marriage partners, while Taurus men and women may incur certain losses due to theft. Expenses will shoot up, so take good care of your belongings and spend money wisely. Both Taurus and Libra natives will face some serious issues in relationships, so be aware and learn to let go. Letting go will teach you the art of being soft and humble, yet powerful and free. The remedy to overcome this challenging period is by fasting on Tuesdays and reciting the holy Ganesha mantra. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 108 times every morning and evening, minimum of 20 minutes, 2 times a day, with full attention and devotion. Gemini and Virgo sign men and women will face severe financial issues. Gemini natives may experience a downfall in profit margins if they are doing business. Be aware before you post on social platforms. Some issues may arise if you remain ignorant and you continue to post hurtful comments or hurtful sharing on social media. In fact, you may face certain setbacks on social media, so stay silent, and if you want to post something, then ensure that it is not hurtful. Issues with friends and problems in a relationship are possible during this period. Stay away from those who indulge in violence. Stay away from abusive people, else you may become a soft target for such abusive people. Virgo men and women may face certain accidents or health issues during this phase, so take good care of yourself and drive safely. Do not succumb to the temptation of overtaking other vehicles while driving. Drive smoothly and not rashly. Gemini natives will face issues at the workplace. Avoid arguing with your boss. Focus on saying, "Yes, boss." During this 45 days period, these 2 words will help you sail smoothly at your workplace. The remedy to overcome this challenging period is by fasting on Wednesdays and reciting the holy Vishnu mantra. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. 108 times every morning and evening, a minimum of 20 minutes with full attention and devotion. Sagittarius and Pisces will face certain challenges in their project work. You may feel as if your creativity is slowing down. However, this is a temporary phase of 45 days. Sagittarius natives should think twice before investing in the stock market. Issues regarding children may arise. Some of you may face certain losses, while some of you may have to face thefts. Be aware of thieves. Take good care of your belongings. Pisces natives may face issues with elderly men and women. Avoid arguing with your seniors at the workplace. If possible, postpone your long travel journeys. Travel after 10th August. The remedy to overcome this challenging period is by fasting every Thursday and reciting the holy Vishnu mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. 108 times every morning and evening. Minimum of 20 minutes with full attention and devotion. Capricorn and Aquarius will have to remain cautious about family issues, properties, and issues related to siblings. Capricorn natives should avoid shifting to a new location until 10th August. If possible, postpone your plans to buy or book a new home until 10th August. Also, if you are planning to buy a new car, then do not rush to book a new car until 10th August. Take good care of your mother and protect your house from a possible theft. Keep a watch on your maid servant, as you may face certain issues from servants and maids in your house. Aquarius men and women will face certain issues at the workplace. You may get too stressed due to too much of work. You may also have to work under the pressure of delivering certain assignments or projects within a very tight deadline. Be aware while dealing with your immediate boss. Try to remain calm until Mars moves out of Aries on the 10th of August. Recite the holy mantra Om Ram Krishna Hari, Om Ram Krishna Hari, Om Ram Krishna Hari 108 times every morning and evening, a minimum of 20 minutes with full attention and devotion. And if possible, feed stray dogs and fishes as and when you can. Leo natives should drive safely. In case you are riding a bike, then please wear a helmet and follow the traffic rules. Accidents happen when Mars gets entangled by Rahu, so don't risk your life. Jaan hai to jahan hai, meaning the whole world is available to you only if you remain alive. And so it is necessary that you take necessary precautions to avoid accidents or falling on a slippery floor. You will see a lot of action in your home, and many of you may plan to renovate your home, and you can definitely do it. Some issues with your mother or certain problems with your mother are possible during this period. During this period, men and women of Leo sign will get more active in visiting temples and pilgrimage places. Higher studies or plans to visit a foreign land may also happen during this time. Recite the holy mantra Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 108 times every morning and evening. a minimum of 20 minutes with full attention and devotion, and feed birds as and when you can. Cancer natives will face issues at the workplace. A lot of activity in career life is what this transit of Mars will lead you to. Be aware while dealing with your boss and avoid arguing with your boss. Issues regarding children are possible during this period. Take good care of your children. Stay away from stock markets, for you may lose a lot of money in the stock market during this period. Take good care of your health. Recite the holy mantra Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya 108 times every morning and evening. A minimum of 20 minutes with full attention and devotion, and feed fishes as and when you can. Overall, Mars-Rahu coming together signifies that within the society you will see a lot of action, drama and noise. Those who are victims of black magic should remain cautious, because the coming of Mars with Rahu can actually make you suffer more at the hands of the black magician. Always remember, the more you act negatively, the more you offend others with your comments, the more you hurt others with your words, the more you will fall deeper into the valley of black magic spells. So if you want to overcome the black magic spells and the negativity in your life, then focus on tolerating, focus on letting go, focus on living your life with acceptance, focus on surrendering yourself at the feet of the Holy Master, the Holy Lord. When Mars and Rahu come together, you can expect to see a rise in revolutions, agitations or protests. In worst scenarios, it can also lead to a civil war or riots. Overall, this period is going to be a more action-packed period. There is going to be a lot of spice in the stories that are to unfold during this period of 45 days. Within the political circles across the world, we may witness a lot of action and drama unfolding. Remember, the world is vast. It is so vast that your mind cannot contain it, but your heart can. The mind is a monkey. You define your world based on the magnification of your mind. Mind can never be clear. It cannot have clarity, because the mind is by nature confusion, cloudiness. Clarity is possible without a mind. Peace is possible without a mind. Silence is possible without a mind. So never try to attain a silent mind. If you do, from the very beginning, you are moving in an impossible dimension. During this highly volatile, dramatic and action-packed period of 45 days, it is only when you overcome your mind that you can easily sail smoothly through this period. How to overcome the mind? How to control the mind? And the answer is in one word: meditation. Meditation is the only miracle that can transform you into a new man. But who wants to listen? People want ready-made solutions. They forget the fact that life is not fast food. Life is a journey in which you need to make an effort towards self-growth. You need to be patient, and moreover, you need to learn to live in acceptance by surrendering yourself to the Holy Lord, the Divine Master. Daily meditation and daily chanting is necessary to control the monkey mind. When the mind is in control, you can overcome many miseries of life. When you are going through Rahu Mahadasha or Rahu Antardasha, you are completely caught in the trap of your mind. And the mind is a dangerous master. Remember, the mind is a beautiful servant but a dangerous master. The more you become a slave of your mind, the more the mind will make your life miserable. Weak, base level souls suffer a lot during Rahu Mahadasha because they never took any efforts towards turning inwards. They continued to blame others. They continued to blame God for all their mistakes and their stupidity. Rahu is the state of ignorance, and so these 45 days may prove to be more difficult for you if you are going through Rahu Mahadasha or Rahu Antardasha. So be aware and remember to meditate every day. Yesterday Mohan asked, "What if I have done many wrongdoings in life? Is there a way for me to transform, to change for good?" This question reminded me of a beautiful story of Balmik. Balmik was a robber, thief, murderer. Everything that you can conceive of, he had done it. That was his only profession. Uneducated but a tremendously powerful man. Just on the highway, he would be waiting for people, and anybody who was caught had to give everything, otherwise he was finished. Balmik's family was living in luxury. He was bringing so much of wealth every day. One day it happened that one beautiful saint, Narada, who was always carrying his Ekatara, a simple musical instrument with only one string that had become his symbol, singing and playing on his Ekatara, he was passing. And Balmik caught hold of him, but he was still singing and playing on his Ekatara. Balmik said, "Are you mad or something? Can't you see me? Can't you see my sword? Give me everything that you have." Narada said, "You have caught a beggar. I have only this Ekatara, and that too I am not going to give easily, because what will you do with this? But if you want it, I can give it to you. If you want my life, I can give that too. But before I give you anything, I want to ask one question to you." Balmik said, "Question? What question?" Narada said, "You go home, ask your wife, you have been killing people, robbing people. Is she ready to share the responsibility of it? Ask your father, your mother, your son, your daughter. Are they willing to share the responsibility of what you are doing?" Balmik had never thought about such a thing. He was an uneducated man. He said, "I have never thought about it. They must share the responsibility. I am doing it for them." Narada said, "I will be here. Don't be worried. You can just tie me to the tree so I cannot escape." He was tied to the tree, and Balmik rushed to his home and asked his wife. His wife said, "I have nothing to do with your responsibilities. It is your responsibility to feed your wife. How you do it, I have no concern for." And the same was the response of everybody in the family. Even his mother said, "It is your responsibility to take care of your old father and mother. Now how you are doing it, that you have to work out. We have not told you to kill people and rob people. You are doing it on your own. We are simply not responsible for any of your acts." Not a single man in the house was ready to share responsibility. He was shocked. He went back, untied Narada, touched his feet, and said, "I have been my whole life a wrong person. Is there any possibility for me to get rid of all that I have done?" Narada said, there is no problem. You stop doing it because the people you are doing it for are not even ready to take responsibility for it. And I will teach you my song. My song is very simple. I simply repeat the name of Rama. It is so simple. No education is needed. You sit under the tree and repeat Rama, 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 Rama as long as you can, and you will be transformed because your innermost core always remains pure. It is only the layers on it which can be dropped. After a few months, Narada came back and he was surprised. Balmik was sitting there under the tree. Narad had been his whole life repeating the name of Rama, the Hindu god. But nothing like this had happened to him. Balmik was surrounded by an aura of light. Just going close to him, you felt a tremendous silence, a great rejoicing. Once a thief, a murderer, Balmik had now transformed into a great spiritual master. If it can happen with Valmik, then it can also happen with you. However, for this change to happen, for this transformation to happen, you need to have a certain depth of understanding. You need to have a heart of gold that beats with compassion. And moreover, you need to have deep faith and the patience within you. Always remember, it is your intensity that enables you to attain success in whatever you do. Balmik's intensity was such that he attained enlightenment, and it is this Balmik who later became Saint Valmiki, and it is Saint Valmiki who scripted the greatest and oldest scriptures of this world, the Ramayana. Life can change only when you are willing to change, only when you are fired up with deep intensity to attain the beyond, to experience God consciousness. Always remember, what matters is intensity, total intensity. Neither awareness nor love matters. The real thing is intensity. But before man can attain to such an intensity, either of awareness or of love, before the total intensity can happen, you have to be perfectly conscious of your unconsciousness. Man is so unconscious that he is not even conscious of his unconsciousness. It is only through the intensity that one arrives. When all your desires, when all your passions become one flame, it is intensity. Valmiki had such an intensity that all his passions became one flame, one pointed towards attaining God consciousness, self-realization. I would encourage you all to focus within, because there is a Valmiki within each one of us. All we need is to let this Valmiki within us find the way. This Valmiki is your consciousness. This Valmiki is your awareness. The more you focus on expanding your awareness, the more you will succeed in overcoming the many miseries of life, as well as overcoming these 45 days of Mars-Rahu miseries. Love to all my listeners, followers. Stay blessed and remember to meditate every day. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Jai Sri Ganesha. Jai Guru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.